Hello, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. 10 years of quarters honoring women. That's right. This is a new legislation, calls for reverse designs for each state and territory honoring women of the United States. New legislation in the House proposes a multi-year program of quarters with designs commemorating the 19th Amendment, which granted women the right to vote, according to an article here at coinnews.net. The bill, numbered H.R. 5308, entitled Women's History and 19th Amendment Centennial $250 Coin Program Act, was introduced March 15, 2018 by Representatives Barbara Lee of California and Bruce Poliquin of ME. I guess it's either Maine or Missouri. I think that's Maine. Since our nation's founding, women have played an instrumental role in shaping this country. Even though their sacrifices and accomplishments have often gone unrecognized by history, Congresswoman Lee said, this important bill introduced during Women's History Month is designed to correct this historic wrong. So I don't know. In my opinion, this is sort of partially political correctness, but we'll go ahead and move on. H.R. 5308 calls for reverse quarter designs that are emblematic of the accomplishments and contributions of a prominent woman who was a resident of a state, the District of Columbia, or 5 U.S. territories. They would appear at a rate of 5 per year, similar to the past U.S. Men's 50-State Series and the current America the Beautiful series, and would launch in alphabetical order of the area represented, starting with Alabama. By using credible and legitimate and thoughtful processes of educational and community stakeholder outreach, similar to the currency redesign process in 2015, this program could provide the first ever opportunity to institutionalize historic American women into classrooms across the country, since curriculum standards are primarily determined at the state level, said former Treasury of the United States Rosie Rios. The Treasury Secretary would select every quarter design after consulting with governor or chief executive of each state or territory and other area stakeholders, including women's groups and organizations. As traditional, the designs would also be reviewed by the Commission of Fine Arts and the Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee, the CCAC. Selected designs, however, could not bear a head and shoulders portrait or bust of any person living or dead, a portrait of a living person, or a depiction of an individual in a size such that the coin could be considered to be a two-headed coin. The last quarter in the America the Beautiful series is scheduled for 2021, but the Treasury Secretary has the option until the end of this year to extend it with another round of 56 quarters. H.R. 5308 would change that, calling for the final Park quarter to launch no earlier than January 1, 2021, and not later than March 31st, 2021. The new series would then start on April 1st, 2021. When it ended, the quarter's reverse design would change to show General Washington crossing the Delaware prior to the Battle of Trenton. Now, that should be a familiar scene because that was on the New Jersey state quarter and was one of the worst designs of the state quarter program because they took this highly detailed painting with Washington crossing the Delaware and tried to reduce it to the size of a quarter on there, and it just was very hard to make out. It was a horrible design. But nonetheless, I guess they're going to either repeat that or have some rendition or redone for that. I don't think that'll turn out very well. For H.R. 5308 to become law, it must pass in the House and Senate and get signed by the President. If enacted, the quarter series would coincide with the centennial of the August 18, 1920 ratification of the 19th Amendment. H.R. 5308 has been referred to the House Committee on Financial Services. And so there you have it. Now, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what it is. I think that these quarter programs that are lasting for 10 years are, we're getting a little bit of fatigue now with them. I just think they ought to redesign the quarter completely, one design, and take the president off, take off the president, take off Washington and put a figure of liberty on there, and then have a nice heraldic eagle on the back that has not been used ever before. I think that's what they should do with the quarter. But they're not going to listen to me, are they? This, what's interesting about this is it looks like they're saying that the Treasury would have if the America the Beautiful series continues on, or when it ends, if this legislation isn't passed, they can go through all of the quarters again with more parks. Let's see here where that sentence was. I thought that was interesting. The last year of the America the Beautiful series is scheduled for 2021. But the Treasury Secretary has the option until the end of this year to extend it with another round of 56 quarters. That's crazy. Are there 2 parks? I guess I know some states obviously do have 2 national parks, but that would be interesting. But it would also be a lot of collector fatigue with those. And I think that if this passes, it's going to be collector fatigue. There was another proposal for the dollar coin program too. Frontiers, I think, with our American something with American ingenuity or frontiers or some sort of science in America or something like that with another program like they did with the presidential dollars. But I think that kind of fell dead in the water. I hope this program does too. But what's your thoughts about it? And again, nothing against women, but it would be for any subject. But I do think that part of this is sort of, in my opinion, kind of I smell a bit of political correctness at the as part of the motivation for this. But post your thoughts below on what you think about this program. I'd like to extend the multitude of gratitude y'all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.